Hey, Maddie, is now a good time? Hi, Jane. Sure. Thanks for inviting us to dinner tonight. Do you always cook those kinds of dishes? What do you mean, those kinds? Like, roasted vegetables and gluten-free food. There wasn't a single meat dish. Yeah. Lately we started going vegan and gluten-free. What? That's not good. Why not? My son Kevin works hard every day. If he keeps eating those plain dishes, he'll become too skinny. You should cook more meat dishes for him. I would like to do that, but his recent medical results showed signs of issues with his metabolism and sugar levels. We've been focusing on vegan, gluten-free diets. It's for his health. Are you saying my son is overweight? I don't think so. He has always been skinny ever since he was little. It seems like he gained quite a bit of weight since we got married. I know he loves to eat junk food while out, so I try to make sure that he eats healthy meals at home at least. I see. But he's still in his 30s. I don't think you have to restrict him from eating meat like this. Besides, he has always preferred meat over vegetables. I feel bad for my son. It's not like I'm restricting him from eating meat. There are some days when I cook meat dishes. But I still want my husband to stay healthy. Anyways, how many years has it been since you got married to my son? Well, it's been about 5 years, I think. See, it's been 5 years and you still haven't gotten pregnant. That's proof he needs to eat more meat. When I saw him the other day, he seemed quite tired for some reason. It's probably because you're stingy and only cook plain dishes, isn't it? I think it's because he worked late that day. Lately, he often comes home late at night because of work. I don't think so. I think it's because of what he eats. So, I had to stop by the house the other day and feed him. What? To boost my son's energy, I cooked his favorite steak for him. Steak? Yes. I bought finest meat just for him. He looked so happy and ate a lot that day. My husband is currently on a diet. See, here you go again. That's why, no matter how much time passes, you haven't gotten pregnant. Given how hard work already is, you should at least make something to boost stamina for Kevin. Isn't that what a wife is supposed to do? Yeah, as a wife, I take care of my husband's health. I prepare nutritious meals considering his health. I know you are concerned about him too, but I know what's best for him. Oh, shut up. I just want to see my grandchild soon. What? All my neighbors are having grandchildren one after another. How long are you planning to make me wait? I don't know what to say about that. Because you keep making meager meals for my son. I'm feeling miserable. Instead of dieting, you should put your priority on making grandchildren for me. Maddie, have you gotten pregnant yet? No, I haven't gotten pregnant yet. Huh? Still not pregnant? Yes, I'm sorry. Why are you being lazy? Hurry up and start making babies. What? Why are you saying this out of nowhere? My neighbor's eldest sons have only been married for 3 years. And you know what? They're welcoming a second child. When I heard that, I felt so frustrated. And on top of that, everyone in the neighborhood only talks about their grandchildren. They show me pictures and videos of their grandchildren and brag about how cute they are. The only picture I can show them is my dog. I can't help but be jealous. I see. I see? Don't you feel bad about me? So, how's it going? Tell me. What do you mean, how is it going? I'm asking if you're actively trying to get pregnant. No, lately we are both busy, so it's not that easy. Besides, we have discussed that we don't need to rush into it. What nonsense are you talking about? You're already over 30, aren't you? So what? Nowadays many people have children around the age of 40. What? No. You'll be 40 in no time. As you get older, giving birth and raising children become more challenging. Giving birth is better when you're younger. I'm saying this for your own good. Well, I appreciate that. I understand that you want to see your grandchild soon. But we're both busy and this is a personal matter for us. I don't need excuses. Then why don't you quit your job and focus on trying to get pregnant? Can't you manage your life with just my son's income? No, that's not possible. Don't lie. Kevin works for a well-known company. He probably makes enough for 2 people. I'm sure he does, but he's been spending too much these days. So there isn't as much financial flexibility as you might think. What? Are you saying it's my son's fault? Lately, it seems he's out drinking every night. I'm concerned about his health, and I've asked him to cut back, but he doesn't listen to me at all. That's your fault, isn't it? Why is it my fault? A wife must create a comfortable environment for her husband to want to come home. Yet you're always nagging about dieting and complaining. I'm not complaining every day. Don't make excuses. Moreover, when he comes home, you only serve simple and plain meals every day. No wonder he doesn't want to come home. I've told you before that sometimes I cook his favorite meat dish. I don't think I'm nagging that much. But last month, he spent over $1,500 just on drinking. If I weren't working, we wouldn't be able to make ends meet. It's his money. He can spend it however he wants. What I'm trying to say is, if he spends that much every month, I can't quit my job and raise a child. Well, you're probably right. Instead of going out drinking all the time, he should come home early. I'll tell my son to go home as soon as possible. Maddie, you should also ease up on work and focus on trying to get pregnant. But it's our decision to have a baby. What? No, this is not just your issue. As my daughter-in-law, you need to bear a grandchild for us. And also, this is a good opportunity for you to get tested to see if you're infertile. Infertility test? If you're infertile, there's no point in being married to my son. What? I think we can continue being a couple even if we can't have a child. What are you saying? Are you trying to keep me from having grandchildren for the rest of my life? Anyway, just get tested, okay? Well, I'll think about it. Hey, Maddie. I heard you got tested. Why didn't you tell me about it? Huh? Who told you about the test? From my son, of course. I heard you're the reason why I still have no grandchild. What? Hold on. Are you saying I'm infertile? Yes. I can't believe you trying to hide it. You kept it from me because you didn't want to get divorced by my son, didn't you? Not really. Did he really tell you that I was infertile? My son told me everything. I see, but I didn't keep quiet because I didn't want a divorce. Oh, really? No wonder. I thought it was strange that you've been married for 5 years and haven't gotten pregnant. It turns out it's all your fault. Jane. He doesn't need a useless wife who can't bear children. I'm going to find a younger, more honest, childbearing wife for my son. You should divorce my son right away. About that. We're already divorced, you know. What? Already divorced? I just told him to divorce you because you're infertile. I'm telling you, we are already divorced. Wait, what do you mean by that? He said he talked to you about it, so I left it up to him, but the story about me being infertile was his lie. A lie? Wait, I don't get it. I didn't want to deal with you anymore, so I let him handle it. I feel sorry for you, and I'll tell you the truth at this point. There's no way that my son is lying. Well, you'll have to hear me out before you decide if I'm lying or not. First, about the divorce. I know my son dumped you. It's the opposite. Haha. I've been thinking about bringing up the divorce for a while now. What do you mean? He was having an affair. What? I always thought something was off. He works for a well-known company, so if he worked overtime, he should have received overtime pay. Even though he claimed to work overtime every day, his salary remained the same. He told me he has to go out for work-related socializing. But when I happened to talk to one of his colleagues, they told me that no work-related socializing has happened recently. So that means... He lied about working overtime or attending work-related socializing. He was meeting his affair partner. No way, not my son. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but I wanted to know the truth, so I hired a PI. And it was confirmed that he was having an affair. You hired a PI? Yes, actually, he was madly in love with a stripper. What? He goes to a strip club? At first, his boss forced him to go, but then he got hooked. Eventually, my husband started going alone. He started meeting that woman privately, and there were pictures of them holding hands and entering a motel. On top of that, to support her financially, he secretly loaned money. No way. He borrowed money just to impress her. What a fool, haha. Well, for a fat old man like him, he could only use money to get a young woman. I can't believe it. My son having an affair with a stripper. Well, it was fine until he was just going to places like that. In his case, it's clear cheating, and we have to get a divorce. I was foolish to believe he was working late. And that's not the only thing he lied about. What? There's more? We haven't talked about the main issue, about the test. Despite being insistent about it, did you forget? Haha. Oh yeah. So we both underwent fertility testing. We both thought there shouldn't be any issues. I was hoping that once we had a baby, he might stop cheating on me. But the results were surprising. I was fine, but he was infertile. My son is infertile? Yes. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't conceive because of him. That's a lie. How is it impossible that a man is infertile? Did you really think that infertility is only for women? Because it's the woman who gives birth to the child. Infertility can also be an issue with men. I have the test results if you'd like to see them. If you want to see it right now, I can send you a picture. Stop it. I don't need to see that. Can you believe it? He was blaming everything on me while he was the reason why we still have no child. Haha. He's been spending all the money on a stripper, and on top of that, he's infertile. What's so funny about it? Don't you find it funny? You were calling me a useless wife. But the truth was, it's your son who is useless. That's enough. Stop it. How could you disrespect your ex-husband like that? Besides, he's my son, so it's natural for me to believe what he says. Weren't you sad when you found out my son was infertile? Not really. I don't care. We've already divorced. Oh, my poor son. Even if he was infertile, there should be some treatments, right? If my son gets married to a young woman, it might work this time. I don't think so. The doctor said it's absolutely impossible. Oh no. So I won't be able to see my grandchildren for the rest of my life? Unfortunately, that's how it is. Then what about the successor to our family? My son is an only child. If my son can't have children, then there will be no heir to our family. Why don't you adopt a child? It doesn't make sense to have a child who isn't related to us. I guess so. You sound like you don't care about it. Yeah, because it's not my problem. The rest is for you to discuss with your son. By the way, I'm demanding a full alimony payment from him. Alimony? Of course. We divorced because he cheated on me. But my son is probably hurting now that he knows he's infertile. And on top of that, he's burdened with debt. Please don't do anything to push him into a corner like that. I'm sorry to hear about your son's infertility, but the debt is his own fault. Well, I don't think I'll ever see you again. Goodbye. Wait, Maddie. Please, I'm begging you, at least spare him the alimony. Maddie. I have a favor, please answer the phone. What? Jane? I don't think there is anything to discuss with you anymore. It's very important. I need to talk to you for a minute. About what? I'm busy right now, so please keep it short. I heard you got married again. Is that true? Yes, I did. I was wondering if we could adopt your child if you get pregnant. What? My neighbor just had her 3rd grandchild. I'm so jealous, it's driving me insane. So, what does this have to do with my child? I want you to let me hold a grandchild. I'm sure you're planning to get pregnant soon, right? In that case, I want to raise that child. Of course, I'll provide full support during your pregnancy. You can even stay at our place. You won't have to worry about living expenses, okay? Jane, do you even realize how insane you're sounding? I divorced your son 2 years ago. And my child isn't even related to you by blood. So it won't be your grandchild. At this point, blood relations don't matter. Anyway, I want to hold a baby and brag to the neighbors. That's enough. Can you please not involve me, a complete stranger, in your ridiculous show-off? Oh, come on, don't say that we are strangers. We used to be a family once. Well, how about this? Your son gets married to a single mother, that would be a quick solution, right? That way the child would be your grandchild. Well, my son has shut himself in his room and it's another problem that I'm facing. What? After the divorce, being demanded alimony, and ending up in debt, he got dumped by that stripper. Well, as I expected. He wanted to marry her, but she dumped him just like that. He was shocked, became reckless. He quit his job and is still unemployed. I see. I don't think he'll ever get married again. Right? That's why I have no one else to rely on but you, Maddie. If you get pregnant, promise you'll tell me first, okay? I'll raise the child with care. It's been my dream for so many years to hold a grandchild in my arms. I'm sorry, but it's physically impossible for me to fulfill your dream. What? Why? I'm currently not in the States. What? No way. My current husband has been assigned to work abroad, so we're living as a family overseas. As a family? Yes, I already have a child. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to give up. Oh no, my grandchild. It's not your grandchild. Are we done? I'm busy, so I don't have time to listen to this nonsense. Wait, please, Maddie. I apologize for everything I've said to you. Could you please let me meet your child at some point? I will wait until you come back here. Absolutely not. I won't ask for adoption anymore. At least let me hold the child in my arms. No. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so I'm going to block you. Goodbye. A few days later, I received a message from Jane's husband. He apologized for his wife causing trouble and expressing his regrets. It seems he has been distressed for a while about his wife's inappropriate behavior. He also told me that he finally decided to get a divorce. Now that Jane has gone through a divorce and her ex-husband has moved out, she finds herself in daily arguments with her son while grappling with her deep attachment to grandchildren. On the other hand, I am living overseas with my husband and our 1-year-old son. My first marriage was a disaster. But now I am surrounded by my loving family and couldn't be happier.